Hey, my heart's got a nice beat going. Go heartbeat.
André Harris is without a doubt the most talented member of the Victorious Gang, and though his music skills and singing ability are second to none, it's his personality that makes him a fan favorite. Whether it's joy over a newly written song or frustration over not living up to his own expectations, André's sensitivity and passion are present in everything he does. Unfortunately, all of the plots revolving around him are only ever about one of two things. Plot number 1, André trying to get noticed in the music industry, or plot number 2, girl troubles. It's such a shame too, because there's a lot that can be explored with André's character. For starters, maybe something could be done about his often overlooked temper.
Ho ho ho! And jingle bells.
Or maybe we could talk about that one time André dated a girl just to get close to her dad, who's a music producer. Yeah, André may be the best Victorious character, but that doesn't mean he's perfect. So what's with André? What amicable adventures aimed André's aspirations for an advantageous and admirable acquisition? All-loving appetite for the arts? Or an adamantly aggravating and addictive personality? Alright, let's analyze. There's not enough people with originality, so here I am to save the day, Jayniac.
Tell us something you love.
Easy, music.
And something you hate?
Brussels sprouts.
What if there was a really great song about Brussels sprouts?
Well, you know, it usually depends on may I go to the bathroom?
André's music writing is easily his most prominent skill. He contributed to writing Beggin' on Your Knees, Countdown, Faster Than Boys, Favorite Food, Here's to Us, It's Not Christmas Without You, Make It Shine, Song to You, Tell Me That You Love Me, You're the Reason, and 365 Days. André's shown proficiency at playing the piano, the guitar, and the banjo, but he seems to prefer playing piano if his locker is anything to go by. As a musician myself, I find it interesting that André's never shown playing the bass guitar or the drums, though that would explain why some of the bass lines and especially the drum compositions in his songs are so simple. Aside from that, André's shown talent in singing, dancing, and acting. This man is more than just a triple threat. And what keeps him from slowing down is his deep-seated love for all the things he's passionate about. But with this passion comes a few negative personality traits. For starters, André can be quite the perfectionist when it comes to his music, often losing his temper if things don't go as he had hoped.
Hey, calm down. Yeah, it is. It's absolutely the end of the world. I don't care. I'm just gonna give up music. Just forget it. Forget everything.
Next up is Tori.
Well, I'm gonna head on out to the bathroom, cause I got a better chance of hearing something good in there.
It should be noted, however, that this is consistent with his character. André is a pretty emotional guy, usually portraying his feelings in extremes, whenever he's not just playing a supporting role, that is. So when André's happy, he's on top of the world.
It's Taco. It's got me pumped.
But when he's afraid, he's a total coward.
Did you like it? Yes!
I will say, there could be other reasons why he's running away in that last clip, though. Another notable thing about André is his inconsistent dating life. A handful of episodes end with him talking to a girl after a performance, and a few of his love interests get named. There's Sherry, the girl who won't stop kissing him in Prom Wrecker. There's the exotic Polynesian girl, Kiko, in Who Did It to Trina. There's Tara, the only implied interracial relationship on the show, in Freak the Freak Out. There's Elise from the Gorilla Club, and there's Hope Quincy from André's Horrible Girl. who we'll come back to later.
I like girls. A lot.
No kidding. Maybe Andre's desire for a relationship and inability to keep a stable one has something to do with his home life.
André! It's raining in my bathroom! Grandma, you were just taking a shower. I'm gonna go get some orange juice!
At home, André lives with his grandma, Charlotte Harris, who we know is suffering from something. Her sporadic tendencies may get on André's nerves sometimes, but he often shows an exceptional amount of patience when it comes to helping his grandmother, which is great considering the fact that she seems to be his only legal guardian. If you'd like to hear more about André's grandma, check out my analysis video on her. Links down below. Besides his grandma Charlotte, not much else is known about André's family. It's possible that he has a sister.
People who yell words that begin with the letter S.
My little sister doesn't have the problem, but I do. Sadly!
And in 2011, André posted this message on his Slap page, which reads, "I've got 3 Thanksgiving dinners I have to go to. My grandma's, my dad's, and my new GF's. I'm gonna be so full of pecan pie I might explode." This could mean that his family is separated in some way, or perhaps his grandmother was given custody of André. Suppose that André lived with a single mother, who later passed away. Maybe his grandma is from his mom's side, and because he knew how much his grandma meant to his mom, he vowed to take care of his grandma the way his mom did when she was alive. Or maybe his father was abusive, so his family separated, causing André to resent living with his dad. Anything I say would just be speculation. The only other family members we know about are his cousin Kendra, who we see in a film by Dale Squires, and of course, his great-grandpa.
A really cool song that you're gonna help me write tonight.
I can't.
You have to.
But I gotta go
Oh,
on, André.
please.
All right. I'll just celebrate my 97-year-old great-grandpa's birthday with him next year. Possibly.
At school, André is quite a popular student. Many recognize him for his music endeavors, and whenever Hollywood Arts is holding a big event, André is usually involved one way or another. Because André is such a kind-hearted and peaceful guy, it's no surprise that people like him. Unfortunately, it's not uncommon for people to take advantage of his kindness, the biggest culprit being Tori. Correct me if I'm wrong, and be nice about it, but a majority of Tori's songs involve André in some way, whether it's playing an instrument, doing backing vocals, or straight up helping her write the song.
Alright, when you think of Trina, what's the first word that pops in your head?
Crazy, but I love her.
Have you told her that lately?
Wait, are you sure this stuff's gonna help us write a song?
You might be crazy, but have I told you lately that I love you?
André never even looks for a thank you either. He seems to just love helping his friends. Or maybe he just really loves helping Tori. Interesting that throughout Victorious, Tori kisses Beck, Robbie, and Rex, but not André, despite the fact that they spend so much screen time together, and clearly have a lot of musical chemistry. Though, in all honesty, I like the fact that André and Tori never hooked up, for 3 reasons. The first reason being that in the episode The Bad Roommate, we're shown how little they'd get along if they lived together. The second reason being that it's nice to see a platonic male-female friendship in a Nickelodeon show. Not everyone needs to hook up. And the third and easily the most important reason why André and Tori shouldn't hook up is because André and Jade should have. I've already mentioned this in my Jade West analysis, links down below, but André and Jade would have been a very unique couple for various reasons. For starters, Jade could teach André how to stop letting people walk all over him, while André could teach Jade how to stop being bitter about things. Regrettably, Jade Gets Crushed is the only episode where André and Jade spend time together, and they get along great. So great that André starts catching feelings for her. But, being the gentleman that he is, he doesn't act on his feelings because he doesn't want to steal her from his best friend, Beck. Which, if you've seen my Beck Oliver analysis, links down below, you'd know that Beck and André, who claim to be best friends, actually spend very little time together. Weird. But even weirder is his relationship with Robbie, Why on earth don't André and Robbie play any music together? They're both great musicians. You'd think that there'd be at least one scene where the two of them piece together a song or something. His relationship with Kat is pretty cool. André seems to be both confused and fascinated by her behavior. Also, he's been inside her room. His relationship with Trina, on the other hand, seems very indifferent. Speaking of relationships, earlier I mentioned how André's love interests usually don't last very long. Because of this, the two most memorable ones are Sherry and Hope. André only dated Hope so that her dad, a music producer, would hear his music. André was literally using a girl just to get something he wanted. Sure, Hope was a rude and controlling girlfriend, but that doesn't make it okay. And to make matters worse, after dumping her on her birthday, Hope gets hit by a sign. What does André do? He just smiles. No wonder bees don't want to sting this guy. André Harris is probably the best character in Victorious, but that doesn't mean he's perfect. Because of all the good that he's done, it's very easy to overlook any of the bad things that he's done. That being said, he's still a phenomenal character, and honestly, one that I find myself relating to all the time. So, we finally did it. We got through all 7 of the main characters of Victorious, but that doesn't mean we're done yet. There's still Psychowitz, Sinjin, Burf, if you want, and any pairing that you guys think is interesting. Hint, hint. Be sure to follow me on Spotify, Instagram, and Twitter if you want to talk to me. If you're already subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to my backup channel, Jayniac Jr., in case anything bad happens to this one. And finally, please take a look at all of the merchandise. Brand new designs await thee. If you have any ideas for merchandise, let me know in the comments down below. There's a link to everything I just mentioned in the description box below. Until then, I'll leave you with this.
I just want to say, it really caught me by surprise when Nickelodeon just let Tori say the N-word like that.
It was crazy.
Comment and request your favorite show!
Junior and Marcus!